Hi, good afternoon. So after this packed morning sessions, right, with Yashaswini giving a fantastic speech and then great panel conversation, I think my aim is to see if I can hold on to you, all right? And let me just start off with, according to me as a service provider, what are the needs or the challenges, right? So this could be something which you are dealing in, day out, right? The challenges, be it how do you handle your competition, how do you handle your infrastructure, supply chain, everything, and the needs could be how do you manage your warehouse, it could be technology, it could be people, process, compliance, there are numerous aspects. So I'm going from the training point of view to handle that. I think if you have to just look at maybe what are the key four quadrants in a retail industry, right? What are the impacting factors? Right? Literally handling or tackling competition, right? And expectations. Improving market penetration and diversification because most of the retail chains are doing that. And definitely reduce cost by automating and automations and definitely enhance the overall experience for everyone who are our customers in whatever format and whatever modes that they use. So now considering this, and we are in this hybrid world, right? We did have, I think one of the beauties after you have a great panel and opening note, your job is done because most of the things they would have covered, right? So, and this is continue to be there, right? Hybrid may not be so much in retail, but overall as a learning as an industry, that's something which evolve and continue to be there as an hybrid mode. And what should be the focus on training? Right? These are some of the aspects, definitely understanding. We need to train our people, understand the product or the service that they provide, right? It could be ensuring that they perform their task efficiently. And in retail or hospitality industry, there's nothing like I make a mistake and then I expect the customer to come back. Because even when we go to a restaurant, we will, if there is a bad experience, we'll try to avoid unless there is no option, we walk into the same restaurant. And so is our retail facility. A bad customer, I think we may have few more, right? People, we all go and talk. Right? Good experiences we share, so is when it's bad, it's even more aggressive. Right? So, and that's where we have to use our technology so that we can equip our team. Definitely grooming, hygiene, soft skills, it goes without saying. All these build that experience that we want to build, provide to our team, right? And considering those dynamics, because this is important, considering the background of the team that works for us, I think we need to be continuously training, right, in various formats, be it through core training, it could be reinforcement, it could be any which way that we keep telling them what they need to do on a continuous basis, because that is very, very important. And as you are providing in midst of these challenges, this is a question I suppose most of us would have heard, right? Why should I attend a training program? Because I'm busy in my retail outlet or attending a customer or visiting a customer. Right? This could be for various reasons. Top couple of them could be it does interrupt my daily task because I have a target to achieve and you want me to attend the training also, right? And sometimes it could be it is too long, right? I don't have that luxury, right, where I come in and sit for long hours to go through a training. Yes, unless it's an induction program or specific programs, I think people just don't get time, but still we need to train them and equip them, right? And that's where it becomes a challenge. And though we may do everything, what also comes is this forgetting curve, right? We all forget. Most of we all have studied about research paper, right, about forgetting curve and how exactly we can address that, right? Where we train, we put in all the investment, people go through training, they are unable to remember or recall for various reasons, whatever reasons it is, right? So that is where this point of need, performance support, that I have a need, I get something to access, right? That's where it becomes easier, right? Because as we spoke, we can only do things rightly always because this consistency is something that is even understood or taken for granted by customers, right? So, and then how do you achieve? Just provide this just-in-time learning, right? That's another word, or we also call it as micro-learning. And focus has to be definitely bite-size or micro-learning, which learners can quickly consume. Still, it helps them to do their job better. So it does require a little bit science. so that it becomes easier for us to focus on that so that we continue to upskill or reskill our team members. And how do you provide this just-in-time learning? Right? It could be various means, just a couple of them, where the moment we are able to implement, it becomes easier for us to literally spread it across geographies. We can't have the best trainers go everywhere. And that's where digital formats does help, so that we use them judiciously, so that we're able to reach people. Learners can access it anywhere, anytime. It becomes that much easier. Definitely drives better adoption, because they get the same content, because the training is uniform, right, when it's digital. Otherwise, it's specific to few really good trainers, and that sometimes can be a gap, right? Good trainers is that you suddenly start saying one region is doing fantastic for various reasons, and the other one may be lacking a little bit. So that's where digital does play in, and to make this happen and to ensure we continue to equip our team is where continuous learning experience does play a vital role, and that is how our focus has to be. And how do you achieve, right? This could be in various ways. Continuous learning could be on various aspects, starting from, it could be digital skills, it could be product training, sales, compliance, process. It could be any of these that we would need to provide training, right? Even if we have people working in the front line, we need to teach them compliance, we need to teach them sales skills, we need to teach them product or service, whatever they are dealing with efficiently. And it has to be mobile today, right? Whether we agree or not, today we have people who are deskless and they need to access everything on mobile. And what could be the crucial ones? So literally everyone can access it anywhere, anytime, and it becomes easier if we are able to create experiences which people like, right? It's like, if you have good videos or micro-learning which can engage people, automatically that will draw. Because instead of we keep pushing, how do you make them come and see if they can lean on platforms or otherwise, so that they learn. Everyone wants to do better. Everyone wants to earn more, right? That's one of the ways we can engage people, right? We have to ensure that we create good learning experiences for teams and help something which will help them to retain knowledge, right? If you have, like what Yashaswini said, I never expected that she's going to talk about frog literally climbing up, right? That I never heard. We were only talking about frog within the well, right? And think that is the world, right? So how do you hold on, right? Can we create some small experiences which will help them to retain knowledge so that they can do their job better? We need to think through. And definitely there are ways and means as to how we can make it happen. And then definitely we need to see what is working, what is not working, and how do we make it. Definitely there's scope for improvement. Even if you are the best of the trainers, best of the training program, there is always scope for improvement. We need to be continuously looking for those. And definitely that is what will help us to build organizations which will ready for facing the future competition or future environment and others. So, and other aspect which is also important as we are equipping our team, as we may give hour-long or day-long training programs, which is also important is how do we help them give training programs which will help them to recall that learning, because that is where this space learning, which will be give them regular training at the regular pace, or we coined a word called memory boosters, which we say we provided training on, say we all went through a lot of post training recently, and we need learners to remember every day, right? How do you help? We maybe give them small snippets after a month or 2 months or 3 months, which will help them to remember the key aspects, what they need to do, what they need to ensure. If there is an incident, how do they complain, or how do you ensure that there no incidents takes place, right? Something as simple as that. And to make this happen, I think that's where we need to use right tools and technologies, right? You don't have to invent or reinvent. Sometimes you may have an LMS or any platform that you may have, right? So that you can use that. You should know how do you use your current platforms, or bring in new platforms which will enable, right? Just because I have a dated technology, I will continue to use that, still it's not going to help, right? Because we may be losing more money than trying to hold on to something which may not help me on a daily basis, but bring in something which will help me to drive further, right? So platform like Credo, right, which is the modern word which we offer, right? So considering that, because how do you ensure that this point of need, just in time or micro-learning can be created. Okay, I'm talking about using either your platforms or bringing platforms like Credo. Okay, we are proud. This is that RRR moment for us when Credo just got Brandon All Gold. Right, we are just then less than 2 years old since we launched Credo, but it literally got Brandon All Gold just in December. We were really thrilled to see. And what could be the reason? Yes, we also won Aritech Startup Award last year. So what built for deskless employees, learners can access anytime, anywhere. Okay, and you can build it and scale it to any scale that you want to reach people. Okay, that's very easy. Automate onboarding, right? You put in triggers, it will ensure that people who come in get onboarded automatically. And you can create courses. Anybody in this room can create courses right there. Some beautiful courses right in the system, because it is the first platform globally to have a complete authoring tool inside the platform. Okay, so today we have seen a lot of global companies slowly getting in there, but before we launched, we had that authoring tool right there. And definitely analytics is something that comes up. But how do you ensure Credo maybe or any platform can deliver seamless interventions, right? So that's where, as I was telling, it has what, 50 plus templates to literally create courses. Anything that you want to create, including some really fantastic gamification interventions. And learners can access on any device. You can also, we talked about localization or training people in the language, right? The authoring tool also has a fantastic capability where you will be able to trigger translation, manage everything right inside the platform. Right? People get the training programs that they want in the language that they want. Okay. And then definitely drive personalized learning and engage learners through activities, gamification, which becomes easier, because that's one of the ways, if at all retail, they would like to have some fun, right? They stress in, right? People sometimes don't even have a chair in their retail outlet, right? How do you engage them, still push them to learn so that they can do their job better, because they need to ensure they have a happy face in front of a customer, right? So important, right? Reward, recognize, remunerate learners, fill learning gaps through remediation, because this has one unique feature where even when I'm going through a program, say I have 15-minute program, right? And learners, when we pose a question, what typically happens is if the learner goes wrong, we tell them keep retrying. That's what is our typical approach, right? That's what we have been doing for ages. So what we have brought in is, if a learner goes wrong on a question, which is about the content right there, right? As per the latest research in mid last year, the attention span of a modern learner is 9 seconds. And we need to teach them, reskill or upskill them in that, because there's so many interventions. So the moment what platform does is, if it is within the course environment, the moment they go wrong, they can go back and learn the content related to that and come back. So this is how we remediate the gap in the learning, so that learner, even we all forget, right, when we are learning through a program, and how do I help them so that they go back and learn, which is crucial. So we do that right inside the course environment when I access the course. And then definitely through memory boosters, you can drive continuous learning. Say I run a classroom program, I manage that in the platform, or a VIT program. Now, how do I help learners so that they remember what they have gone through, right? I give them these small reinforcement modules. It could be any format. It could be a JPEG file, PDF, or I create those my interventions right inside the platform, upload, and it is triggered after a month or 2 months to them. Or I can have multiple triggers go in so that they get different interventions. So that's something that the platform does provide. And how do you create courses? This is something that, this is one of our customers who had created this course, and we just requested them that we'll use it. And this is what can be done right inside the platform, creating courses, interventions, activities, which is really, really seamless, right? And so memory boosters is that something automatically gets triggered after a point that I just put in, and it's right there for them to get triggered. And definitely collaboration, which is required, because which is also important today is, I don't know how many times I can go back to my manager and tell I don't know something. But instead, if in the system, I just put in, this is what I want to learn. Somebody, either it could be my peer, okay, maybe in another city, or it could be my manager or LMS admin can help me learn something. So that's something that the platform can drive automatically. And if you have a platform already, what to do, right? Credo cannot be everywhere. So we do work as a company, we provide custom e-learning customers globally. Today we service customers across 18 nations. We create some fantastic gamified activity, something like this. It could be simple e-learning also, but I'm just showcasing something which can be as engaging, okay, because we need to drive people with engagement, because unless people love the experiences, they will never come back to the platform. We may use, we may put in all the efforts, we may plan, but if that is not visually rich, engaging, it's very difficult for us to hold on to people. So we create such custom e-learning programs which can go in, okay, and while this is coming, I think there's one case study which I always proud, because this is one customer, Lenskart, right? So Lenskart, I don't know how many of you know, today they have global presence. They are no more just in India, right? They are more than 10,000 people. The LMS engagement is 90%, because this is literally, they have been fortunate that the CEO drives the training, because that's how it is. Today, if you walk into any Lenskart showroom, they are trained on every frame that is on the store. That is because they are built, you know what, using the authoring tool, they are built almost close to 700 courses. They converted their trainers, earlier you used to literally visit every store to train people. They create this product knowledge, process or otherwise. They have become enablers, right? If somebody has a doubt, they reach out to them, the trainers, only then they get it. So, which has helped them to literally scale up, and the moment they are equipping the people, what they have seen is the increase in sales. The moment there is increase in sales, have better customer loyalty, better customer scores, and people are able to earn better. And that's something that they have seen, that they are able to reduce their attrition across the nation. And the best part is, using the built-in authoring tool, we are just doing some, we are updating this case study which was published last year, is they almost save 1.2 crores by not outsourcing the course development creation, because they could just lean on the authoring tool right there in the platform. Okay. So this is, we are really proud of what Lenskart managed to do, all right? And the other, as part of our global initiative, we also work with agencies like Train, right? We are proudly associated with them. And Mr. Nagesh could not be here, so he said, okay, I'll just give a small video, maybe let's just listen to what he has to say. Audio.
Trust that I founded in 2011 has been in existence for almost 11 years now. Trust for retailers and retail associates, but most of us call it as trade. We do multiple projects like Retail Employees Day, Free Retail Awards, but our flagship project is Punk and now Trainer. Punk is a program where we actually skill persons with disability and get them jobs in retail. And Trainer is a program where we get young women whom we skill them and get them jobs in retail. So over the last 11 years, we have provided jobs to more than 27,000 persons with disability and 6,000 women. But this is just the beginning, and we believe we can actually impact millions over the years. But now with the scale, it is important for us to bring technology. And therefore, over the last 1.5 years, we're looking at an LMS, a learning management system, which is flexible, is affordable, and can help us reach people and bring in consistency in our program, consistency in our curriculum and content. And our search ended last quarter when I met Suresh of Tesseract, and we evaluated Credo, their LMS. And our team, having evaluated multiple platforms, realized that Credo suits us the best. So here we go. This month we are starting the first batch of our youth, persons with disability from Hyderabad, who will actually do the full program under Credo, the new LMS. Not only it will help us in delivering the content in consistency, but it will also help us in terms of evaluation, assessment, and ensuring that we are able to provide content in various forms, not only in terms of PPTs, but digital, videos, animation, and what else and what not. So, thank you, Suresh. Thank you, Team Tesseract. This looks like just the beginning, and hope that we will together make the journey of 1 million such impact over the next decade. And hopefully we will also innovate and bring in new methods of delivering content to persons with disability. Today it is orthopedic and speech and hearing impaired. We're working on an ISL language, digital, and hopefully we'll be able to introduce and interact and bring these two together to deliver a much better program. So thank you once again, Suresh, and thank you, Team Tesseract.
Thank you, sir. I think we should, Train requires a round of applause for all the great thing that they are doing, right? So thank you, sir. So just to quickly conclude, yes, definitely technology does play a vital role, and definitely retail training does take a forefront. Through definitely we can bring that in through microlearnings, have continuous learning journeys, learning in the flow of work, right? Deliver point of need. Literally, when I need something, it should be available to me. Is there a way we can make it happen? Yes, we can use the technologies what is there, bring in embrace new technologies. So having said that, to Tesseract, quick 28 seconds to go, okay. So definitely we work with numerous retail organizations globally. We understand some of the pain points based on our prior experience of working, understand the importance of this just-in-time learning. So we bring in that solutions through our complete custom learning solutions platform as well as off-the-shelf content. And I'm right here as you exit, it's in the right side where we are posed, we have a booth, you can talk to me or my colleagues. And we do have a small crossword game, so just as you go for refreshments or lunch, just fill in that. There's some fantastic things to grab. And with that, I just conclude. These are my contacts. Would love to connect up with all of you on LinkedIn. And then if I have any questions, I'm right there. Okay, I know I've just crossed the time, so thank you very much for the opportunity. So thanks for patiently listening to me. Have a nice day.